Well, started off an early morning. I was able to use Jerry's car and go up to third um, to try to replace the food that we got um, um, messed up. There was a lot of people there. You know how those malls are, and the building's way back, so you can have all the parking in the front. Well, the line went all the way past the parking lot to the to the third. The line was like it sort of curved around. It took about like I think an hour and a half. They were really going fast. I mean, and I was glad too because I had like five police cars there, and I was like, please don't let the policemen start no shit up, because it was all black people that was there, you know. Um, uh, so, um, and the weather happened to be nice too. So, but I had fun online. you know, nowadays people they could have their little like speaker on the side. That somebody had a speaker, he was playing music, and and people were conversating, and yeah, it was, like, but like when I told somebody about like they always gotta have policemen, because it was all black people, you know, um, because like once like I don't ever remember like seeing that many people, that many police that have to be on every single line, you know. Um, but I was glad the police didn't instigate anything; they stayed way away, so that was good. Everybody's like, "Well, they gotta be here," you know. Well, no, when I went back to get the car back, they're like, "Well, they gotta have police there. There's so many people." I'm like, yeah, not really. you know, uh, There's a big, and there's like, I think they had one black policeman there. The rest were white in an all black area. And this is the South. This is Memphis. This is where they shot Martin Luther King. And Jim Crow propaganda uh, is still leaks out of everybody's pores. You have black people project the hate that they got from white folks onto their own children, and so, but everybody was pleasant. Um, when we went in, like they passed out the papers and explained to us, as we got on the sidewalk part, as we got closer, and gave us, and I didn't even bring a pen. Um, you know, um, and got to borrow a pen from the lady that was in front of me. And anyway, and then you come back home, and I sat on the porch for a while, so it got too warm. Then I ended up taking a nap. The end of the day, and then you listen to like the news, and you're like, Trump is not recognizing climate change. Him, like somebody that plays golf, is as pale as he is. You gonna tell me that um, God's not trying to tell him something by keeping him orange and red? That's not a normal hue um, for Caucasian people. Um, but and I was looking like right um, by the fence where we're standing online, waiting to fill out the paperwork, or waiting to go inside the food bank place. There was just tons of trash they had shoved, through the like a gap through the fence, and like just plastic bag. And there's a bunch of recyclable stuff. The plastic bags are recyclable. Those Dungo juice bottles are replaceable. Those there's no cans there, but there's plenty of trash, baby diapers. I think the city, when they clean the parking lot, they just shove the trash through there, opposed to putting it in the trash bin. But I mean, here in Memphis, a lot of the pollution is it's men, it's humans, it's people driving around throwing their baby diapers out the windows, throwing their McDonald's down, and the Kentucky Fried, all this fast food trash that you see piled up on the side of the road. I mean, um, and then and then the carbon dioxide, I can smell it. The cars. We're in a parking lot, but and then we have to. I don't understand how you could deny it, the climate change, unless he really is in cahoot with Russia, because Russia has a big old uh, oil deposit and natural gas deposit that they were trying to work with Exxon, I do believe. I think that guy, Bat Manor, that's on one of Trump's advisors, had worked with Exxon. And because of where it's at, environmental hazard. Anyway, that's one of the reasons why they're trying. I don't know what they're trying to do except for utilizing the fact that we have not nurtured our children enough to where um, they could care past the sports, uh, the titty bars. You know, we're really at a crisis. I really think we are. You know, it's been raining a lot here, which means I gotta mow. I can only afford to mow on my property around here once a month, because like I'm poor, um, very poor, um, and so we do the best we can, and I recycle. Um, I wish there was more of an incentive here. Like in New York, you get like a nickel for bringing this stuff back. I remember when I was a little girl, and those Coca-Cola bottles, you would get, you bring your Coca-Cola bottle back and you get a nickel. You bring enough back, you get you a whole soda. But like the states where we really need incentive, we don't have. We have too many Republicans that we vote for here in Tennessee. You know, uh, uh, and it seems like like in this state, Democrats and Republicans act like it's a black and white racial thing. There's a lot of racial hate, static. You know, so really five police cars there, and there's all blacks, and you got white policemen. You know, uh, they could have been a problem. You know, uh, but basically we all just ignored the the police. They were totally unnecessary. Uh, really, they already have like mall security. It was just so unnecessary. It just so uncomfortable. Like I can't even imagine flying as much as you pay for flying. That you got to take your shoes off. You got to get felt up and felt down, and all your stuff has to get looked through. And then you got to worry about now, like somebody coming along and the computer blowing up or their smartphone blowing up. There are issues and there are situations where people are going to take advantage. Um, uh, um, because hurt people hurt. I think we have I think like we have a president now that's a narcissistic. I want to say moron, um, but that would mean like he had an IQ of 50. I think his mental problem is more sexually induced, syphilis, something like really people don't like to talk about uh, the effects that rape society and oversex society uh, has also on the men. Uh, uh, um, and that's another thing that Trump and them is like. really messing with our healthcare system, especially at a time where we have still HIV, and other multiple sexually transmitted diseases. Uh, we have problems caused by the diet we have, and the lack of exercise that people do, diabetes, for example. Uh, we have people with hypertension, uh, because really probably the lifestyle, the food. Like with me, I noticed like today is like because like my anxiety had went down this year, that there are situations where my anxiety goes up, which brings my blood pressure up, you know, and seeing the police there is like, oh, I hope these police don't. I said it out loud. I'm like, I hope they don't start no shit. And everybody's like, ain't nobody doing nothing here but going to get food, and I'm like, I know that, and you know the reality. If anything gonna pop out is after a full belly, and it ain't gonna be up in here. you know. So, but so like the distrust, the that the police have in everybody that because they lie, and the the murderous criminal sort of ways that the police is above the law. I see the same type of thinking with Trump administration. The only thing is that where they're at in the situation that Trump's at is that he's he's violating their security, and which is more evident after that European and Middle East trip that he took there. Because I guess he went to one spot in Europe, didn't he? I didn't think he was very welcome there in Europe. Oh yeah, because the NATO. I'm just. By the way, his trip, his first foreign trip, it was sort of embarrassing, you know. Especially when he talked to NATO. So, but that's very normal thinking for a lot of people around here. It's that I think it's a culture where you whoop your children, and they're always seeking, or they learn at a very or they think or they learn at a very young age that associate the pain and the torture that they get from the beating as a way of behaving. Uh, and a lot of them are smart enough to know it's not a way of showing affection. That it's showing that you're agitated, that you're having anxiety, that you're able to bully or goat somebody else, but you don't have any you don't have any it doesn't it just it causes more and more problems for the person. And our only solution is not to go to the base of the problem and cure it, but our solution is to punish, isolate, imprison, um, and cause more harm and damage. And you can see that a lot of people that are on probation or parole, or going through the court system, how uh, they deteriorate a lot in their behavior and their mannerism, uh, and even their ideas towards other people, and is and then they're out in society later on, uh, worse off than when they went in, and in all type of way, mental, physically, and financially, big time. But anyway, talking about the climate, but I'm sweating. It's like it cooled off to 73, so I thought I'd turn the air conditioner off here. I just have to open a window. But and plus I'm still having hot flashes, so it's wonderful. It gets worse. There's so much, and like here, for example, talking about climate change. Oh, you know, when I was younger, before they annexed this off, this was a dirt road and it was covered with trees. I swear it was 20 degrees cooler. You know, so the 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 pavement of our roads has increased um, the heat here, tearing down the trees and widening. They widened all these roads, took out all these trees. That was the number one way of really relocating white people out of here and squaring black people off is with the roads. Um, um, which generated heat, which would have made more sense instead of us, just using cars at the time when we started our transportation. If we had helicopters, I'm not saying cars that could fly, because um it's just silly, sense when you once because like even if you had I guess like if you had a helicopter, we wouldn't have to have paved streets or anything. You know what I'm saying? Helicopters was been um um plans have been drawn up way before. um it seems like now we have retarded our growth in this country to where we are stagnated, in such a situation that we really have to go down to the basics and find out how we get in place where we have a president like Trump. Oh, and now Trump and his administration are sending out subpoenas uh, to to the people that was in Obama's thing, which um, that's gonna happen. Open up, like, why? Because like I think when they got their reports and they were gonna do a Pfizer, they were doing a Pfizer investigation. Uh, uh, um, they had warrants out like for to investigate the Russian ambassador, known spy, and anyway, so um, you could tell that Trump has never and his people had never have to been responsible for their actions, because what's going to come out is that why they had to ask to find out certain names that was in the Pfizer report, because they wasn't giving Trump's name, they wasn't giving Keshner's name, they wasn't giving Flynn's name, or what's that Banner's name. But anyway, they weren't like certain people that were Americans wasn't on there. But once they found out that with that Pfizer subpoena, uh, who they were talking to, um, um, who like that the Russians was talking to Trump when certain things was said. Uh, this was all going to come out to the light. So because like they want to pick on Obama or whatever. They're not dealing with local police, with their little racial neo-Nazi overtones. They're not doing that. They're dealing with the security of the United States of a government. And no matter how the Republicans want to try to dog out the black community by taking away our health care, taking away our disability payments, by taking money out of our school systems, and systematically looks like they're going to be like just assimilating it, by having these vouchers for these charter shoes and whatnot. So um, like we're not all at home watching sports and sitting around looking at X-rated stuff and masturbating. Some of us are paying attention, and we don't have to be the Harvard or Yale to understand that Trump had did a treason act, and so did his friends. And I hope that when this subpoena, on Obama's people, that wrote this information, and have been patriotic to the core. I hope when this comes out that we will be able to not only get rid of Trump, impeach him, but his vice president too. So let's see how this turns out.